There we go. Hi, it's Tania. Look at my hair. Honestly, this is an indication of how my brain's been lately. I don't know how to help. I don't know how to fix that. So we're just gonna go with it. I'm dressed like a kindergarten teacher today. Today is like a kindergarten class. I hope everybody is having a great day. I should start as Michael usually does. Hi, my name is Tania, and I'm the Parts, Notions, and Accessories Coordinator at Janome Canada. And I am here in Michael's studio, just playing around with some things. What I thought I'd do today is a little unconventional, not normal, but that would be me, and show you when I do. I'm not familiar with machine embroidery. I should be, but I'm not. Celine is our expert, but I've been practicing and I've been playing around, and I know, or I don't know, but I think with machine embroidery, it's tricky for some people. You see them stitching out at shows and you're like, that's so cool. And like, I could just sit and watch them for hours because it's so amazing seeing how they stitch out. But it can be a little intimidating to kind of know where to start. And I thought today I'd show you kind of how I play around and get used to machine embroidery in a little less of a hostile way. I don't know why I'm using the word hostile today. Apparently it's the word of the day. So I'm going to turn this around because this is not going to go away anytime soon. And we will talk about machine embroidery in a little bit of a different way. So see my finger, sorry. So I'm just going to flip this around. Okay, so today I'm showing you, I'm just going to get this set up so that I can there we go. What I'm going to show you today is how to play around with machine embroidery in a little more unconventional way. What I have here is let's start at the beginning, Tania. Start the story at the beginning instead of the end. I acquired these vintage napkins. You can get them obviously anywhere like Value Village or wherever you go. Don't go to Value Village, it's a little overpriced, but other places, pretty good. Or if you have them in your home or your grandma has some or your aunt has some. I had these and I found these embroidery designs with Michael's guidance on Quilt in a Day with Eleanor Burns. I know Michael loves Eleanor, and she has these two, the lettuce and the celery, on her website. I hope you can see those okay. For free. You can download them, and I downloaded them as a JEF file. Now, to begin with embroidery, maybe you're experts. I am not. A JEF file is a Janome embroidery file, and that's the kind you're going to download if you want to use the embroidery file on your Janome. There are other letters after the embroidery files, depending on what machine you have. I confess I don't know what the other ones are, but this is Janome, so you're going to look for anything that's a JEF, a Janome embroidery file. So when you find these online, make sure you download them as JEF files. So I downloaded them and I thought, I'll try them on some vintage napkins. And I did them with this is a cotton thread. Now, traditionally with embroidery, you use polyester threads. I'm not a big fan of polyester threads. I mean, they're fine, but I like the look of cotton. I like the matte. I like the finish. So I did these with Aurifil, just to see. Oh, where can you find them online? So if you want to find the embroidery files, if you put into your Google search, how did I do it? I did Quilt in a Day, free celery embroidery, or free lettuce embroidery, and it should come up. What I will try to do is find it, and I will post it on our stories later if people want to go and download these. So again, I started with cotton thread, and I did them quite a while ago, and I thought, oh, that's fine. Another project. Recently, I purchased a bunch of tea towels and blank tea towels, and I love tea towels. I'm a big tea towel fan. My kids always joke when kids used to come over, they'd be like, oh, where's your paper towels? And they're like, no, not here. We don't do paper towels here. We only do tea towels. So I have a lot of them. And not that any of you are ever going to go and buy me a present, but my favorite present, hands down, when everyone's traveling or anyone's going anywhere, is a tea towel. It's just a thing. I love it. So I bought some blank tea towels. You can get these like on Amazon or wherever. You could make your own if you wanted, but honestly, we don't always have to make it so hard for ourselves. So I got a bunch of these blank tea towels. And I remembered that I had these downloads of these super cute, I mean, they kind of go with kitchen stuff, right? So I thought, let's see how they work up. And I started, the first one I did, let me see. The first one I did was this one. And this one was done with our Hilos Iris Ultra Cotton quilting thread. I did this with quilting thread. So I don't know if you know anything about me. If I've never met a rule I want to follow. So I like matte, I like cotton. So I said to myself, let's see what happens if I try to use the cotton quilting thread. And it worked perfectly, no problem. So I'm like, okay, let's keep going with this. Let's see what else we can do. Next, I thought, I wonder, we have Madeira embroidery thread. It's, no, sorry, not embroidery thread. It's a cotton thread, Katona, and it's multicolor or variegated. We're supposed to say multicolor. So I did these. I picked this selection and I stitched this out this morning. So that just goes to show you, you don't have to use the traditional things that you use. Give it a try, see what happens. And then I thought, okay, so that's great. I like the look of that. It's a little softer. My only question is, these are interior design colors or like home decor colors. And I would love to work with somebody to bring out a selection of threads that are more food friendly, like that are more colors that food would be. I think that would be really fun, especially obviously for tea towels. So we did the Hilos Iris, we did the Madeira variegated multicolor. And then as I was waiting to get ready for this Instagram live, because honestly, it takes the whole morning, I walked by our long arm and I saw these and I saw the green and I'm like, aha. So would these maracas, not really, work on the embroidery machine? I'll show you which one I'm using in just a sec. It's the, what one is it? I have to look at it. It's a 550, Memory Craft 550E is what I'm using today, or what I've been using. I chose those and I made this. And so again, it's quilting thread. It's a little thicker. It's thicker than than the Katona. It's a heavier weight, but again, worked wonderfully. And the test I've heard from our people in service is what it looks like on the back. So it looks to me like the tension's good. It worked up great. And I did this with long arm machine arrow quilting thread. So see, never follow the rules. The rules are boring. The rules aren't going to get you some cool results. So those are the three things I did. I tried that out. And I was going to also mention, so the threads are, let's see if I can organize this in a way. So these are all the threads we carry. We're going to kind of be working, or hopefully be working more talking about threads, because your machine is useless without thread. So it's like a car. If you don't have gas, you're not going anywhere. If you don't have thread, your machine can't do anything. So those is the thread I used for that one. That was the Hilos Iris. This was the Madeira variegated multicolor Katona, and this was the unconventional but worked awesome quilting thread. Just to show you that you can do whatever you want with your embroidery machine. Don't let people tell you you can't do it. The other thing I wanted to mention was that we do carry Madeira starter set of the different stabilizers. I'm a little bit impulsive and impatient. I just tend to use the Cotton Soft because it's quick and it's easy, but I would be happy to know how other people found maybe these to work when you're working with something like a tea towel that's going to get washed. I haven't washed these yet. That's going to be the trick. I'm not a big person who likes to iron. I will iron fabric when I bring it home from from the fabric store, but it would be interesting to see how these work. They feel quite soft, like it feels like it's going to, you know, not be a big problem. You may have to press it the first few times, but it would be interesting if other people tried different stabilizers just to see if you got a different effect. But so far, the basic stabilizer, the Cotton Soft, works awesome, no problems. So we've got those. And now I'm going to go over just to show you the machine, because technically this is more about, this Instagram is really short. It's going to be more about try it and see. Don't get held up by people saying, try, you have to do this, you have to do that. Honestly, the moment someone says to me, this is how you have to do it, I start to think of the million ways that I could do it a different way. It could be my contrary ways, but so the machine I'm using today is the 550E, and there she is, or part of her. Again, there was no problem using all the different threads. What I did have to use, what I did have to use when I worked with the quilting threads is I had to attach, and Michael's shown this several times, on the back I had to attach our thread stand so that these came off a little more easily. But again, it worked no problem. I was really happy with the result. This machine, every thread I've given her today, and I've been doing this since I got here. Shh, don't tell them, I have to check my emails. Every thread I tried worked, and I was really happy with the result, and I wanted to share with you a little bit of how you can try what you like and give it a shot and see what happens. Now, this is something I'd like to continue to explore further. I will talk a little bit about, we have something called Artistic Digitizer. And I don't know if you know, but I'm an illustrator and I draw. And I would love to take some of my drawings to details. So just in case anybody is not sure, and I wasn't, I'm supposed to know these things. I decided, I was going to bring my Apple laptop over, but you don't need it. You can download the Artistic Digitizer onto your Apple computer. Worked great so far. So the idea is going forward, after I showed you how you can use different unconventional things, like even vintage, what are these, linens, kitchen linens. You can use unconventional threads, or unconventional, not threads that you would traditionally use for machine embroidery. And now I'm going to practice designing some things with my Artistic Digitizer on my Apple to see if I can continue this, to kind of go through the process. If you were deciding you wanted to be a little more creative, you wanted to draw something like one of these, and then you want to take it from your drawing to your Artistic Digitizer to your machine and stitch it out and have something really unique and a little different. So that was basically it for today. Not super long. Like I said, I was going to close out with seeing the machine stitch live, because I don't know, I love watching this. So I'm just going to do that just to show you. Hopefully she'll start. There we go. And you probably won't really be able to hear me over it. Oh, and of course it's probably at the end of the stitch. Let's see. Oh, it's keeping going. So again, it worked great. You can see the top there where the thread, no problems. I'll just come back down here and I'll sit down and I'll flip it around to say, oh, see, look at the hair. What is this? Sorry. I just want to say thanks for coming and hanging out with me and seeing what you could things you could try that are a little different with your 550E, with your threads, just try different stuff. Have fun, make it a little different. Don't worry if someone tells you you can't do it. In fact, if someone tells you you can't do it, just do it anyway. And that's all for today. I will see you guys later. Hopefully everybody has a wonderful day in Oakville today. It's really sunny. I'm gonna go have lunch outside, like the hippie I am. I don't like staying inside. And I hope everybody maybe learned a little bit. And if you have any questions or you wanna know some more, just send us some messages on Instagram. And again, I will go to post in our stories where you can get these for free. And then you can try them out because they are totally gorgeous. My only thing is I wish she had done more than just the lettuce and the celery, because I could only find the lettuce and celery, and then I thought, maybe I'll draw them. Maybe. And then I could offer them free to you guys. Anyway, I hope you all had a nice time. Thanks so much. I'll see you later.